So on the drive, I'm gonna start at the top of plus 16, which is the max line for a P3 ball. So top of plus 16 is where we start with. We're gonna play with a luminary or with a win 4 power 5 ball, such as the Ryder couple. I'm gonna talk about that in the end. Yellow ring by the rough line with a poke 8, 10% with the yellow ring inside the rough with a poke 7, and 30% of the yellow ring inside the rough with a poke 5 and 6. Here you can either decide to push or you can pull. The tree there could be in your face if you are unlucky, and that's why I started to pull, then to just double check how it was afterwards there. Pulling just into overpower, so I'm adding teeth of overpower here for this drive. What I would like you to do here is to add overpower based on whatever you adjust into. So if you do adjust 2 rings into overpower, you use 2 rings. If you are playing with an Apocalypse 6, you add whatever you adjust into, and then 1.5 ring extra, and then with Apocalypse level 5, 3 rings extra, and then whatever you adjust into. The reason we are doing more overpower with that is to compensate for the lesser topspin. What we would like to recommend for Apocalypse 5 users, as we're using so much overpower, is the fact that we do want to add just a click of left curl, because the longer we fly, the more we're gonna push to the right, so we need to compensate for that by adding a little bit of left curl. Great right is better than great left here. We're playing on a narrow fairway, and I would say here that Apocalypse 7 and 8 will have single great lefts be no problem, but as the accuracy becomes worse, then obviously Apoc 6s and Apoc 5s will have a problem there. And once again, I do suggest to play with a win 4 power 5 ball to reduce the amount of overpower, especially for those of you that do play with Apocalypse level 5 or level 6. For the second shot, we're gonna play rings from min, and we're gonna do that with a thorn. The reason we're gonna do that with a thorn is to simplify the adjustments. So I'm pushing up the amount of rings to get myself to the fringe or just on the green. It doesn't really matter that much, but as if you're around the fringe line here, that's gonna be perfect. Then add backspin to get the ball guideline to go 1 green square through the hole. And if we're gonna favor any side with our pull, we're gonna favor 1201. And here we're playing rings from min minus 5% power 5 ball settings. I'm using 14 rings. That was the amount of rings that I pushed up. So 14 rings, which is 14% slider, minus 5% elevation, P5 numbers. Bounce on the fringe green right at pin for a beautiful eagle here to start with. If you want to take part of our master guide, the best master guide on the market, or for that matter pro or expert, go to patreon.com/golfclashtommy.